Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be why you waited for the narcissist to change. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So when you were in the relationship, there were many times when you were waiting for the narcissist to change. You were wondering, could you get back to that euphoric / love bomb stage, but you didn't even know what that stage was when you were in the relationship. You were giving to a fault. You were putting the narcissist high up on the pedestal. You were doing things for them. You were the unpaid helper, the walking apology. You were putting the narcissist way in front of yourself. And the whole time you were doing that, you were being manipulated. You were being taken advantage of. And the narcissist was laying on the gas pedal of abuse. While they did this, you kept on thinking that the narcissist could change. You kept on thinking that the narcissist would change. You kept on trying to reason with the narcissist, perhaps even have adult conversations and try and straighten out the ship. In other words, straighten out the relationship and have very focused and centered conversations about what's going on. The narcissist wanted nothing to do with any adult conversations. They wanted nothing to do with your growth in the relationship. What they wanted to do is they wanted to future fake you and have you believe that in fact the narcissist would change. So you would have conversations with them and you would say like, hey, let's do A, B, and C. And they would say, okay, it sounds good. It wouldn't be that easy, but they would at times agree with what you wanted to do. And then you would think to yourself, wow, I just got through to my spouse. I just got through to this person who turned out to be a narcissist, and they're going to actually make changes. Well, lo and behold, you go to bed, sun rises the next morning, and everything's back as it was. The narcissist just told you whatever you wanted to hear. And they did that throughout the whole length of that relationship. The narcissist did what they wanted, when they wanted, and with whom they wanted. And you were never supposed to figure it out. You were supposed to stay stuck in the devaluation stage, hoping, wondering, and waiting for the narcissist to change. We now know that the narcissist cannot change. They cannot improve. The narcissistic relationship, a few things here. One, they deteriorate over time. Two, they all have an expiration date. And three, the narcissist flat out does not care about anybody. The only thing the narcissist cares about is what people provide for them. The narcissist looks at people as opportunities. The narcissist looks at your empathy and love as weak. The narcissist looks at an empath as Thanksgiving Day dinner. They look at people who don't know what narcissism is as basically people to manipulate. And that was you. And that is exactly why you understand that when you were waiting for the narcissist to change, you were believing that that person had your best interest at heart. You were believing that that person would keep their word and that their actions would match their words. None of these things are true. The narcissist cares about only one person. It is not you. It is certainly not me. It is themselves. And what they want to do each and every day is they want to have people believing in the mask. They want to have people believing that, in fact, they will change, they will improve, their behavior won't be so poor. This is not reality. Reality is the narcissist ages just like each and every one of us. The difference is we, the empaths, or the beautiful, bright, shining lights, we age gracefully. We accept some wrinkles and we move on, and that's the way it is. The aging narcissist is an adult trapped in a childlike mind, and they think that they're still living in their 20s or their 30s, and that's what they believe. They do not want to age. The whole point of that is the narcissist is changing each and every day, but they're not changing the way you wanted them to. When you were in that relationship, you wanted a kind, loving, stable, healthy relationship. That's probably what you signed up for when you entered it. Maybe you even married the person who turned out to be a narcissist. And when you took your wedding vows, what happened there? Well, that was a license for them to abuse you. You just didn't know it because things shifted most likely the morning after the wedding bells had rung, or when you went away on the honeymoon, or after you returned from the honeymoon, if you even had a honeymoon at all. Some of us never even had a honeymoon. Point being is the narcissist would do whatever they could do to get you to fall in love with them, or to get you to place you in that trauma bond or the narcissistic fog where you're working for the narcissist, believing that the narcissist's behavior will change and it will improve. But the narcissist knew that their behavior would not change and it wouldn't improve. And they would future fake you, or they would tell you A, B, and C, and they would do X, Y, and Z. They would do anything they wanted to because they knew where they had placed you. They placed you in a place you did not even know existed. Then again, you didn't even know what narcissism was back then. So you entered a relationship under the core beliefs that you were brought up under, meaning love, commitment, honesty, forthrightness, growing old together, building a family, having kids perhaps. These are the values that you were brought up with most likely. And the narcissist took all of your values and they weaponized them against you. That's why when you're in these relationships, if you figure out that you're with a toxic person, maybe even a narcissist when you're in it, that is a run for the hills moment. Now, I'm not saying run for the hills right now. I'm saying have an exit plan, develop an exit plan, and understand that your spouse or whoever you're thinking about, they will not improve. They will only deteriorate over time. And what they really want is they want someone to care for them. They want a mom. They want a role model, although they'll never tell you that. But what the narcissist wants is they want to be needed, and they need someone to take care of them. Please understand what I'm sharing with you. The narcissist is shallow and hollow at their core. There's nothing to them. They can't fall in love. They have no empathy, and they don't care about anybody. But what the narcissist is on the exterior is a coward and a bully, and on the interior as well. And they know this. What they do is they play mind games, and they manipulate people into entering relationships with them because they're mirroring back to these people what the people want to see. At one point, that was you. You understand what I'm talking about now. The narcissist is a master snake oil salesman. What they do is they just will say anything they possibly can to get people to do what they want, and they will give you promises of the future that will never arrive. They will tell you anything they possibly can to get you to believe that they will change. Think about a Hoover for a moment. If you were Hoovered, number one, don't accept it, because that just means the narcissist, you have crossed their path and they're trying to see if you've healed yet. That's the Hoover in a nutshell. But the second thing is, think about the Hoover. Many times the narcissist will come back at the person who they were in the relationship with, and the person, let's say they have healed now, or they're closely approaching the pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference, when they no longer care about the narcissist or any people and or persons associated with them for that period of time. But let's say the person has healed. Well, the narcissist may not know that you've healed, but they will try to Hoover you back. And what will they do? And this goes for people who haven't healed as well. I'm just sharing if you've healed, it's an easier topic to discuss. Then the narcissist will say, yes, I found Jesus. Yes, I saw a therapist. Yes, you are the yin to my yang. Yes, you do complete me. Yes, I do love you. Yes, I found myself. They will say anything under the sun they can to get you stuck back in that relationship or to have you enter the relationship again. This is what they do. They promise you everything and they deliver nothing. That is what a narcissistic relationship is. So when you were thinking that they would change back then when you were in the relationship, you did it out of the kindness of your heart. And that's why you were working so hard for the relationship. And you didn't know it, but you were working for the narcissist too. And everything in your life took a hit. Your time, money, status, energy, effort, love, empathy, your health, your social circle, your tangible assets, your bank account, everything took a hit. And your friendships, maybe even you and the narcissist relocated halfway around the globe because they wanted to isolate you. And when they isolated you, they drove a wedge between you and anything that mattered to you. And what happened there? Well, what happened there is you found yourself in a foreign city, town, country, or state, and you didn't have a support system there. That's exactly where the narcissist wanted you. That's where they want people, because these people become reliant upon the narcissist. That is what the narcissist does. It's death by 1,000 paper cuts. It's being strangled by a 300-pound anaconda. That's what the narcissist does. They don't just come right out and do things to you usually. It's slowly, it's insidiously, it creeps up on you, and before you know it, it's too late, and you're in the relationship, and you, by this point, probably have a lot of time and energy and money invested in the relationship, and you're thinking or hoping or wanting the narcissist to change. The narcissist knows this. Keep in mind, when you are entering a relationship with a narcissist, before you get the wisdom, it's like playing a game of chess, and the person you're playing against is a chess master, a grand wizard, if you will, and they can move 3 chess pieces before you can even move 1. That's a huge advantage for the narcissist, and it is advantage narcissist throughout the whole relationship until you get the wisdom, and then it's checkmate, and you win, and you remove yourself from the relationship. That is exactly how the narcissistic relationship, it starts and it goes on and it ends, because the narcissist, A, never wants someone to figure out who they are. B, they don't want to be exposed. C, they don't think you're smart enough to figure it out. D, they do not think you will heal. Please play that again. They don't think you will heal. They will think, and they usually think, that you're going to stay stuck in the trauma bond. You're going to be pining for them, thinking about them, wondering where they are, playing the blocking, unblocking, blocking, unblocking game. accepting a Hoover, all these things. This is what the narcissist does. You need to understand something. If this was your first narcissistic relationship, it's my hope it's your last. It sincerely is my hope. And if you haven't entered one, God bless you. You made it this far in the video and you're getting the wisdom without even entering a relationship. The third thing I'll share with you is once you understand who you're up against, the narcissist has been doing this their whole lives. But for you, it is one relationship that almost took you down for the count. For the narcissist, they have countless relationships. Your relationship was just a number. I am not downplaying it or diminishing it. The point being, to you, this is your life. To them, it's a game, and they have multiple sources of supply, and they've had this virtually throughout their whole adult life. Right now, wherever the narcissist is, I'm certain they're one of two places. One, on their smartphones, looking for supply, or two, running around trying to stay busy, because that's what they do. The narcissists can't sit still, and they cannot change. So when you were in that relationship, a relationship that you had to heal from, again, that was everything. This is your life. Play it again. To the narcissist, they look at your life as just an opportunity for them to decimate and to take from. That is why you never get closure when the narcissistic relationship ends. That's why you have to heal when the relationship ends. That's why you have to learn the glossary, the terms, the definitions on the cycle, the narcissistic piece of cycle, because this is not like any other relationship that you were ever a part of. In the past, you perhaps had different relationships that maybe some were better than others, but I can almost assure you, none of those relationships you had to heal from. It was almost as if an alien landed from outer space and entered a relationship with you, because that's what the narcissist essentially is at their core. There is nothing to them. What is left is right. What is black is white. What is up is down. It's bizarro world. And then when you were waiting for the narcissist to change, that's what they were banking on. They were hoping that you would be doing that because it would keep you in the relationship longer and they could continue to extract your supply or your resources from you. This is what they do. It's not until you get the wisdom and you go no contact, you block these people, remove them and delete them and all fly monkeys and people associated with them, and you begin to really heal. That is the path. If you can't do it now, I understand that. Don't do it now. Do it when you're ready, but at least have an exit plan or utilize gray rock, become dull and boring. Now, I mention frequently certain key phrases and key words in the videos to reinforce how extremely serious the narcissistic relationship is and how and what it can do to you. It is not in your best interest to stay in these relationships. It never has been, it never will be, and it can't be. The narcissist can't change. So when you were waiting for the narcissist to change, they knew that. The thing is, they had the advantage over you. They knew that they couldn't change. They were just stringing you along longer and longer. And perhaps they were hoovering you. Perhaps they were saying, hey, let's talk about the relationship and maybe we could see each other once a week or whatever, which is a whole different thing. Think about this. When you're in the narcissistic relationship, let's say it's a romantic relationship, there are many times when the narcissist will only give you a sliver of their time. Example, you can see them on day A and B and C, and that's it. You can't call them before a certain hour. You can't call them after a certain hour. You can't visit their house ever, and you can't meet their family or friends or etc. They're whole different versions of this, but I'm trying to paint this picture for you. If you're in a relationship where the person tells you, you can only see me during these hours or these days or these times, that is a massive red flag. It's huge. What do you think that tells you? I will tell you what it tells you. What it tells you is that they have another life, or they have other people that they are spending time with, and what they're doing is they're essentially penciling you in for a certain amount of days or hours per week when you can see them. If that's the case, it's not healthy. That is a bully and a coward trying to control your life and when you can or can't see them. And think about this. How many times would you have plans with the narcissist on one of the days you're supposed to see them and you were looking forward to seeing them? This is before you got the wisdom. You were looking forward to seeing them. And then what would happen? They would pull the rug out from underneath you. They couldn't make it. They got a flat tire. They had to boil an egg. They had to go Christmas shopping for presents 2 years from now. Whatever they had to do, but they weren't with you. But where do you think they were? Get my point? I don't know where they were, but they weren't with you. So again, what I'm sharing before I close the video is if you are in a relationship where one person is telling you, yes, we can see each other, and this doesn't have to be romantic, it can be friendship, it can be whatever, but if they're telling you, I can only see you on day A, B, C, and at this hour, A, B, C, well, that's a red flag. You need to really understand that everybody has life responsibilities. And the narcissist is no different. But what they're probably doing, if this is a narcissist or a toxic person, is they're just carving out a little bit of your supply for those periods of time, because they have other sources of supply that they will be also penciling in for different dates or hours. This is what they do. This is exactly how they control people. This is how they keep people stuck. This is how they keep people pining for them. This is how they allow people to not advance and not heal properly, because the narcissist cannot change. So when you were waiting for the narcissist to change, you didn't have the wisdom. You thought that they could change and they would change and that you could help them to change. None of those things are true. The narcissist does not care about anybody but themselves, and they won't change. The only thing the narcissist will ever change is the mask they wear to manipulate the new supply or other unsuspecting people in the future. That's just the way these people are. They cannot change. You are changing, because post-relationship, what have you done? You've slowed your life down. You've begun to heal, or you have healed, and you had to process things. You had to journal, meditate, see a therapist, perhaps even heal childhood wounds, watch videos. You had to really understand that you had to heal from this relationship. That's not what the narcissist did. What they did is they just went on to another source of supply. That's what they do. They leave in their path a wake of destruction, of broken hearts, broken relationships, fractured people. And all these people post-narcissistic relationship, and I was one of them, you have to heal. You have to really be patient with yourself and be calm and centered and understand that this relationship you need to heal from, and the narcissist cannot change. So when you were thinking that they could change, or maybe you were believing that they told you they could change, that wasn't your fault, but now you're getting the wisdom. You need to understand the narcissist will sell you anything they can to get you to believe in the mask. That was then, this is now. Now we understand that we are the people that must change. We are the people that must elevate. We are the high vibrational people. We are the people that the narcissists try to steal our beautiful, bright, shining light from, but they can't do it any longer because we now have boundaries. We are not people pleasers. We are not yes people. We can say no, the strongest word in the English language. And remember, when you say no to something or someone, you are saying yes to yourself. Learn to say no to the narcissist. Begin now. If not now, when? Everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. God bless you all. I love you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. Bye, you guys.